Yo, what is up? What's been happening? Welcome back to another episode of Those Karud. Over the weekend, we went to the V8 SuperCars, and Nathan, how amazing was it?
It was fantastic. We went down to Pukekohe for the ITM SuperSprint and got to hang out with the PENRITE team, Dave Reynolds, ask a bunch of questions, have a heaps of fun. My goodness, what a time!
Unfortunately, we were quite limited to what we could film and what we couldn't film due to regulations, but we managed to put a couple of interviews together.
Absolutely.
For you guys to check out, give you guys a little bit more insight on what goes down on days like that. So check it out.
Back to another episode of Those Karud. Today I'm here at the ITM SuperSprint in Auckland with the David Reynolds. How you doing? You good?
Thanks.
Yeah. The David Reynolds. And David, tell us, about a month ago now you won the Bathurst 1000 race.
Yep.
What was your first thought once you won that?
It was massively ecstatic, but I couldn't believe it because it's something that I've worked hard for years and years and years. I've been close before, had good opportunities but never come through. So for us, or for myself and us, there's a little team down the back of pit lane that no one thought we could do anything. We did run the biggest race of the year. So for us, it was amazing. It was truly the best day of my life.
Yeah, awesome.
In racing.
In racing. The races, they can get quite long. The things can get quite hot. It's quite an intense race. What do you do to prepare yourself for such a long and tiring race?
Well, I used to pride myself on being really fit, and the fitter I got, the harder the races got.
Yep.
So it's kind of weird because when you become really fit, you become really skinny, and you don't have a lot of reserve. Right. And the less I've trained, the easier I do the races. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, which is kind of stupid, but I've got a theory on this. It's because when you're skinny, you're kind of fragile. Yeah. So you see like some of the really fit guys in pit lane, they get out of the hot races, they look cactus, man. Yeah. And so I've gone, there's something to this, but when you see the older guys that have got a bit of like size about them, a bit stockier, they do the races a lot easier. So I've changed my mode of thinking, and I'm going to do less training, and I'll do the races.
So more watching movies, eating popcorn, and relaxing between races.
Well, the best thing to do is actually play video games. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. It's all based on concentration, how long you can hold concentration for. Fantastic. And going for a ride doesn't really help concentration. Going for a run doesn't help concentration. But playing video games for hours does help with concentration.
What's your favourite video game?
Well, I don't really have one yet. I've only just figured this out.
What's your favourite YouTube channel? No pressure.
Those Karud.
Awesome. That's fantastic. I'm going to hand it over to JD now, and he's going to ask you a few questions about the car.
No worries.
So here we are with Dave. Dave, run us through, mate. This is obviously not your average little Commodore on the road.
No, not at all.
So it has a lot of buttons, it has a lot of things that are like, obviously, that you use throughout the race. So just run us through a couple of things. So what are some of the main things that you use?
Well, if you notice like where we sit like a lot further back. Okay. Like look at the steering wheel where it normally be on the normal dash. Yep. And then look how far back I am.
Yeah, so that's quite a bit.
The safety and the center of gravity and stuff like that, and I'm obviously a lot further into the middle of the car than normal. There's a big gap here. Yeah. And it's also for safety as well, so if the car crashes into me, there's a bit more room for
Cool.
But otherwise, like these are pretty basic inside. It's not as busy as what they normally used to be. We used to run like water sprays and stuff, and fuel trims and alternator switches and all this weird stuff. Yeah. But normally, if you look at our steering wheel that I look at, I can take it off.
When it does come off.
It's stuck on. There we go. So I've got like all these buttons I look at, like pit speed button. So when I come to pit lane, I can't go above 40 k's.
So that monitors your speed when you're in the pit lane. Okay.
Yep. I've got a drink straw, so if I get thirsty, I press this.
No way. That's awesome. Yeah. That's real cool.
That's my line locker. So at the start, it's like a handbrake. Yeah. You set your pressure of your brake, and then you load the clutch up against the brake to get a better start.
Yeah.
That's radio.
Okay.
So I can talk to my crew.
So you hold that down when you talk?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's easier than pressing a button.
Yeah, for sure.
That's your lights. So when you're on a qualifying lap, you're supposed to have your lights on. It's like a unwritten rule.
Okay.
So if the drivers come out of pit lane and they see your lights on, they know you're on a fast lap and they let you go.
Okay.
It's like common courtesy.
Cool. Yeah.
That's alarm switches stuff,
Yeah.
CPS lights, your compulsory pit stop lights, your wiper, page to scroll through the dash.
Okay.
These are my dash lights, so you know, as the rev gets higher and higher, it sort of phases you in to count you in.
Know when to change.
Yep.
Great.
It's really simple.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Really simple. And otherwise, I've got brake bias here.
Yep.
So, you know, you balance front to rear, and after the race, if you want to do a really good burnout, you put it all to the front, so let
awesome.
the toast the rears.
Lock the front up and just go for it.
There's a line locker.
There's a button here, I don't know if you guys can see it from that side, but it says Safecraft Push.
Look at that.
Oh, I thought it was like the ejector seat or something like that.
We've just got bits and pieces like my cool suit thing. So this big box beside me, it's like a chili bin
Oh, cool.
with a lot of ice and cold water cycling through it, so it keeps me cold and I can concentrate a bit better.
So this is actually ventilated through here.
What are you after?
For a while.
Oh, okay. I was on the brake.
So that actually kind of keeps the whole kind of cabin in here.
It just keeps me cold.
Keeps you cool?
I've got like a vest with all these lines running through it to cycle cold water through.
Okay. Amazing.
There's a helmet. Can you see that? Helmet there. So I plug this into my head and it keeps me breathing better.
So for those of you that don't know, you get, you know, the Supercar Championship and then you get astronaut, and that's obviously the next thing that you can step up from.
It's all laid out so I can easily touch it, and it's all very simple and easily, easily accessible.
Yeah, for sure, and it definitely needs to be, especially if you're out there, you know, trying to focus on one thing and one thing only, and that's obviously to, you know.
But it's all designed around me. So when I used to share with like a taller driver when they do Bathurst and all that, all the buttons were so far away, I almost had to undo my belts to touch the buttons to go back.
Oh wow. Well, Dave, thanks so much for running us through a bit of the things. Very awesome. But yeah, thank you so much.
Do you have a seat? Do you want to have a seat?
Definitely. Let's go for it.
How
do you even do this thing?
So go jump up here and then go feet first.
How to get into a V8 supercar? Right. Left foot.
This is so tough.
This is
tough. How do you do this, bro? This is ridiculous.
The first thing you notice, the seat's real tight because it's molded to me.
There's actually something that's actually like, I'm sitting on. Oh no, wait, there we go.
The seat's molded to me, so it's really tight. It wouldn't fit you.
Yeah.
He's got bigger hips than me.
Hips don't lie, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what I got. Woman hips, so. See you, bro.
Have a good race, JD.
Fuck man, let's go, I'm ready.
So we're here with Barry. Barry, it is your birthday today. How exciting is this on race day?
Yeah, another birthday week.
Real cool. Well, Barry's going to run us through some of the products that they actually run inside the car. Start us off. What do we have here? We have the engine oil.
So this is Racing 5 engine oil. We run in the engine, straight off the shelf. You can buy it at your local auto store. That's exactly how we run it.
Off the shelf?
Off the shelf,
Wow.
exactly how we run it. So,
amazing.
Yeah, a couple other products we run off the shelf: brake fluid, Racing 600 brake fluid, and the power steering fluid. So there are three products that are now Bathurst winning oils that we run straight off the shelf in the engine, in the power steering and in the brakes.
Absolutely, that's amazing.
And when it comes to the car, there's obviously quite a few control parts and some things you can adjust. Do you want to run us through some of the basics about that?
Yeah, we've got the transmission is controlled, so that houses the gearbox and the differential together, so that's a control part. That runs another product that's straight off the shelf. I think it's racing gear, oil. The other components are the rear suspension, the drive shafts, the prop shaft. They're the main control components. Front suspension's still a little bit free, so you can play with that a bit and develop your own thing. So
cool. So you can play around with the camber and the toe and all of that to try and suit the driver's style and all of that stuff.
Swings and
that's fantastic. And when it comes to the motor, Obviously this is not your standard V8 Commodore motor that you just buy from Holden.
Or is it? That's the question.
That could be the trick. Where does this come from? Who builds it? How do they test it? Like all of that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a Chev 5-litre V8. It comes from Walkinshaw Racing. They support us with our engine program, so yeah, it's very high performance engine. So it needs the right oil, and having the right oils, critical to the engine, and we get really good engine life and really good performance out of it. So it's good. It's something that PENRITE should be really proud of.
And what sort of power figures are we making here? Because we all want to know.
It's around 650 horsepower.
Wow, fantastic.
And about 480 foot-pound of torque.
Nice. That's enough to throw you back in your seat.
You definitely hear it, when they go down the straight. Amazing.
Yes.
Well, Barry, thank you so much. Happy birthday. Hopefully it goes all well for you guys today. We'll be watching you guys from the stand, but yeah, thank you so much.
Great.
It's awesome.
Enjoy it.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.
Nathan, I had no idea that so much goes into those cars to make them what they are and to make them perform the way they do.
Absolutely crazy, eh?
Amazing. And like, they have a button, Nathan, on the steering wheel that they can drink from. Like, you press it and you can, there's a straw. Crazy.
How does the water get from the steering wheel?
I have no idea.
It's crazy. It's like a big video game console. Honestly, those drivers as well, they have to be so like mentally with it. Like not like us. Like some of those races are hours on end in the heat and just going for it, intense driving. It's incredible.
It's very true, Nathan.
Absolutely amazing.
What was your highlight?
The highlight? To be honest, we snuck into this buffet where like the drivers eat, and they let us in. I don't know how. We had these passes, they let us in.
We showed it to them, they said yes.
We were eating like chicken and everything, and then like the drivers started coming in. We're like, oh snap, those cards are not meant to be. What was your highlight?
Well, my highlight, Nathan, that feed was pretty good.
It was amazing.
My highlight was actually sitting in Dave Reynolds' car. Just sitting in that machine. You know, it was built for one thing and one thing only, and that is to go fast. I mean, I didn't get to drive in it, unfortunately. But I got to sit in it, and that was close enough.
That's very
What
cool.
an experience.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed this episode. We know it's a little bit different from what we normally do, but we got a whole bunch of projects coming up in the mix. If you follow us on Instagram,
Are we
you will
announcing it?
know. Well, we've already said it on our last video, and if you follow us on Instagram, you'll know.
Sure.
JD has bought something else, starting with a B, ending with a W, and it has heaps of rust in it. So that's going to be fun to work on over summer.
So accurate.
Shout out to PENRITE and the Erebus team for hosting us so well. Just honestly, awesome weekend. You guys are legit. And other than that, hit that sub button and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
But they have a button, Nathan. To drink water.
I know. What the heck? It's so crazy. And not
you're
only
racing, you're like drinking
literally
water as
you put
you
like Coke in it or something.
I don't
Just
know.
be living the dream.
I don't know. You
The
put
other thing
anything in
is
there,
they
Nathan.
drive some of those. What was that?
You can put anything in there.